This is episode 297. It's probably not even. It's probably like 305 or something. 297 because it was 296 before. Yeah.
New 297 comes after 296. So
That's right. I have to ask the timer what episode we're on and have him verify how many episodes we have left.
From the belly of the Beast Coast, Glastonbury, Connecticut, this is the Cultra Trail Running Podcast. We talk about all the fun shit that happens on the trails that most normal people don't care about. The language we use is f***ing explicit and raw like the trails we run on. So don't listen with your kids! No kids. Cultra is brought to you by our Patreons and supporters, and we are 112% listener supported, and support is good.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Cultra Trail Running Podcast. I'm your host, Art Byram, and I am joined by everyone's favorite Cultra crew member, Evil Becky Burke.
Yay.
All right. How you doing, Beck?
I am doing well, and it's wonderful to be back. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So tonight, just to let people know the deets of the agenda of the table of contents or the soon to be the glossary after this is just want to let everybody know what's going on here. So we just got back from doing the Notchview ultras, right?
Yes.
That Burke's put on in the Berkshires.
Ben double N.
Ben double N.
Yes.
Yeah, and he signs his name that way and everything now. So it's some official shit. So
yeah.
So we did that race, and we're gonna have probably like 75 shows, maybe 112 shows on this. But today I think I wanted to get I want to hear from Becky about her impression of the race, and she and I spent some time running together, running in huge air quotes together. So I kind of want to talk about that, and that'll kind of give us a chance, and especially give me a chance to not, that I'll be able to be more present for the people that we interview later on. So if that all makes sense. And then I think it's going to be a strange episode because after Becky and I are done, we're going to go into Patreons. The rest of the crew is going to take over, and we're going to go over Patreons, not any of this artificial CultraBot shit. It'll be our real Patreon. So
wow.
Be sure to stay tuned for that. Yeah. So
yay.
It will be exciting because nobody can, even AI can't fuck it up as bad as we do. So
True.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
So Becky, how many times have you done roughly Notchview?
I think this was my 7th time there. I did the 12-hour twice, and then this was my 5th time doing the 24-hour.
Great. Okay.
So yeah, and it's, to see it grow from first year I did it when it was like a fat ass, and everybody had, wrote down their each time you went around, you did use the little clipboard and put the little dash next to your name and stuff to where it's now. And
yeah, because now there's a timer, and there's a
and hopefully
monitor.
There's still a timer. Hopefully
yes.
You did get him into early retirement.
It could have happened.
You might have.
We did have some words with the timer. I mean, and it was oh boy, now I gotta remember his full, it's Bill is the guy, is one of the timers, and it's Bill who does all the dome races. He was on the show not too long ago with Amy Mauerpower and the DNF episode where we interviewed a whole bunch of people from the book there. So
yeah, he's a really nice guy. They both are. They do. They also time for Lake Warnlog as well. Anyone that's gone there, and some other races, but they're just funny and nice.
Mike is the other guy, I think, right?
Yes, Mike.
Okay, look at that. Look at me all remembering names and shit, right? Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So now it's chip timed and everything like that. And I have to
I thought
say,
you were saying something about chocolatey chip.
well, I could.
Could be chip
Like,
time.
how about
Chip could be timing it.
we could say this, like, where the fuck was he? We met him halfway.
I know. Come on, Chippy.
Yeah. Has he ever been there to your recollection?
I don't think so. No.
But next year, perhaps, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip. Get there. Everybody needs to get there. It's because it's such it's a nice like reunion race, and it just gets so many different people, different types of people, different age ranges, different goals, and I just always think that's really neat. And because there's a 72-hour option and the 100-mile option, and the 100-mile option starts with the 72-hour. It's nice because somebody that wants to get in 100, but is like, you know what, 24 hours or 48 hours, that's not going to be enough, or they just kind of want to do it in chunks, then, to have 3 days to get in that 100 makes it nice.
Yeah, I think so. It for me, it gave it a like, I think every other 100 that I've done, for the most part, maybe the QT 104 being the exception. Well, actually, that wasn't even such an exception. All those races, I felt like a need to like race, right?
Yeah.
To like finish it fast. And that, like, that you had to, you wanted to go as quickly as you could for the most part, and this one, I just knew that was not the experience I was looking for,
Yeah.
I was looking just to spend some time with friends, hang out, run, and finish, right? That was like, I felt like that was kind of what I wanted to do. And the fact that I had 72 hours, it just kind of took any pressure right off my back. Right. So,
yeah.
So let's talk about, so you showed up, or can we talk about that?
Yeah. So this is actually usually by this time of year, I've typically done like 6 or 7 ultras already over the year. And I actually, since doing Notchview last year, till now, I've only done one other ultra, and that was with you in November. And I hadn't done any other ones. I didn't sign up for ones like the Frosty Fat Sash. The to Hail and Back. I
Spring on the Trails.
And and then ones that I did register for, I did end up giving my spot to someone else, and I just haven't been in a space where I could do anything like that. So this was like a big, coming to this race was like a really, I think I had described it to you, but before, kind of like the experience was so different, that it was similar to the year that I did Boston after having my kids. And, I was running it at a completely different pace. And so, I was like all by myself. And so the experience when you don't have like all these people around you and you're like alone, it's a different experience. And that's what this race was for me as well. Because I really knew that I needed to go into this one. I just was really glad that I was going and that I was going to be at the race. But my goal for this race was for my mind to be kind to my body. And that was the goal, that kind of the like mantra that kept going through my head was, let my mind be kind to my body, because we push our bodies, I push my body, and my body does all these great, wonderful things. And sometimes
it does. Sorry.
God, damn it. I just walked right into that one.
No, you sure did.
I didn't even, that's what she said to me. I didn't, that's what she said to me.
Yeah,
but you did.
I know. I said it for you.
You did.
She didn't have to say anything. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
yeah. So it was like, that was my focus, was to not have that, that mental chatter that's like, come on, you got to do this, or come on, you have to do that, to just be kind to my body. And my body's been through a lot. And
hey,
I
Beck,
just
I'm
really
just
wanted
having
to
a
be
little trouble
contacted.
there. Okay. Hopefully I just had a little bit of audio issue there. So,
Oh, are you recording?
Closing something here. So,
I don't think you're recording.
yes, we are. I am.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, so that was my goal going into that race, was for that to happen. So
Good. And tell us how tell us about the beginning and how it started and how that went.
So at first, I just have to say to any of the people that are listening that were at Notchview this weekend, and that came and talked to me. A huge thing that happened, that I just mean still like kind of chokes me up when I think about it, is there were several people that I saw there that came over to me and gave me a hug and just said, I'm so glad to see you here. I'm so glad to see you at a race. I'm so glad that you're whatever you do today. I'm happy that you're out here. And that meant a tremendous amount to me. Like, it got me teary-eyed. So that just felt very warming and welcoming. And I knew going into this race that every time I've done the 100, I've done the 24 hours, I've gotten in 100 miles, and I've won or come in second. And I knew that those two things weren't really feasible, and that my mind wasn't in that place, and that I needed to be fair to my body, and to ask my body to do something like that, it just wasn't going to be likely. And then I think when I started, you and I talked, and you had asked me, and I think some other people asked me too, and I kind of dodged the question of like, so are you going to go for the 100? Are you going to go? And I didn't want to say yes or no, because I just didn't want to just give any definition to it. I just wanted to just see how I was doing. And and I mean, I definitely
That's
felt
profound. That's profound. I gotta say, I'm gonna stop you for a second. Not wanting to give a definition to the experience allows you to experience it, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if you go in and say, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna race this till my eyes bleed out, or I'm gonna, this is what I want to do and all that, then it's already being judged to that,
Right.
to that.
And
but
yeah,
this kind of a thing where it's an experience is, I think that's a really, really great way to approach it. I've been trying this thing where lots of times I have found, when I'm traveling, you go to a canyon or you go to a forest and you're like, oh, this is kind of like trap rock, but with with the Grand Canyon kind of mixed in. So it's like trap rock times 10, or this is like, Long Island with Acadia put in the top of it. And my wife and I made a point on our last trip not to do that, because it happens all the time. That's like all we ever want to say is, oh, this trail reminds me of blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And when you do that, it's like you kind of wrap it up in a neat little box and you push it aside.
Right.
So
we
tried to just breathe in and say, this trail is interesting, or this is, look at this aspect of it.
Just be like in that try in that moment. Yeah.
To be in the
Yeah.
moment and to experience that instead of making it so, so proper and
Right.
you know, and removed. So,
Yeah.
so good for you. I think that's a really good way to go about it.
Yeah. And I typically will, at 8 hours and at 16 hours, I'll change my clothes because for a lot of these, they'd start at noon and 8 p.m. is kind of, the sun's going down. So it's like change your clothes, kind of get ready for the dark. And then between 4 and 5 in the morning, when you're at the 2/3 of the way, it's like the sun's coming up. So now you're kind of like changing gears again. And so I had stopped and changed. And that's when you and I saw each other and you had like 7 loops left. And at that point, like I was on track to get 112. I mean, I knew that I wasn't, that it wasn't realistic. And, but I just was like, I really want to go and spend time with art and I want to enjoy myself. And so that's what I did is you and I were together for the next 7 loops. And for it's one of those things that at this race where it's like, you can't always have your cake and eat it too, because, I love this event. But one of the things that I always miss out on is that, I don't usually get to spend too much time talking to people or, whatever, because I have, if I wanted to try and get in 100 miles, I have to use every spare minute.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So, this was, once we started walking, I was like, I'm just going to do whatever feels right in that moment and in that mile. And I was really able to take in everything and everyone around me. And that was a different experience for me.
Oh, very good. That's
and
awesome.
We had fun.
Oh, we did. It was lots of fun, I would say that we broke a couple people out there, the timers almost quit in the middle of the race. Okay. Maybe like, the screen stopped working and then we started asking questions and he goes, you can stand there as long as you want staring at it and it's not going to change.
No, as Art's saying he was the main person that was asking the questions. And the funny thing is that the timer is like, is telling people things like as they're coming through. So he's trying to like give everybody else information. And Art is asking questions, but they're questions that either the man's already answered or that Art's already asked and he's asking again. And
well, maybe I forgot.
am like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. And the timer was just, and then you were like, wait, is it this or is it this? And I'm like, no, he's going to take that computer and throw it at you.
it was like, because I was like, I knew that I was running and that my watch said 2 miles more than what I had. So I had troubles telling what lap I was on, except that, okay, so it was on the screen in big letters next to my name. But then like how many loops you had to do? Like, I guess I should have known that it was 53, but I was like, if it's 1.9 and then like, how does that work? Like, how come it's not just like 1 extra mile? Like, so I started to try and
then you were like,
or one
you were like,
loop.
wait, the timer, like he has everything on the computer and he's like, yes, you've got in, 51 loops right now or 50 or whatever. And you're like, no, I think it's what, is it that or is it this? And then you're like, no, but is 100 miles 53 loops? And I'm like, oh my God, like he's going to murder Art.
But I knew that it was so 5. And somehow I knew that it was 5 and that was the number of fingers on a hand. So I got that down. But then there was the big question. I kind of was also causing trouble at some point. At some point, like after the gun went off and the race started. So I at several points during the race, I ran it under protest because it's just not, I just thought like, first of all, during the day, it was too hot. So I think that's worth protesting, right? I mean, that's bullshit.
But then you
right?
protested the opposite.
Oh yeah, it was too nice for a while because it got to be too nice to run.
because there was a nice breeze that was coming
Yeah.
through
Oh,
that was
fuck.
disrupting the humidity.
That's right.
Because it was, even though last year was a monsoon, this year was so humid. Yeah, it was really challenging.
It was really bad. And then, but it seemed like that there was probably an hour to an hour and a half at dawn and at dusk where it was really good running. Like there was, definitely as the sun was going down before it got dark. So you needed a headlamp where you could.
Sorry, I started singing Cake.
Yeah. And long ago, somebody's left with the cup. So I was, we got to run right at that, before it got dark and you needed a headlamp, but the temperature had gone away. It was, so that was great. But then I also protested because I said, I started thinking about it and I was like, okay, so they claim that this is a 1.9 mile loop. And I said, I think probably that's bullshit. And somebody just didn't spend the time to measure completely. So it's probably 1.9, 3 or 4. So
and the race has been going on for like 8 or 9 years.
I know. So the track's worn down.
Art comes in
built up
on his first time and it's like, listen, I'm calling bullshit on this.
Yeah. So when it's that many loops, I'm calling like why we should take it to the next decimal. And I think that, people should get, I don't know. I tried to start a protest on that, maybe to start.
You did try and start a line of protests. I did notice when we were when we were together between, as I described to Ross, we had completely illogical logic.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of our logic was completely illogical.
Yeah.
We were making jokes that we knew weren't funny, but that was funny. It was that they weren't funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that we were just so like, we were just breaking people. Like anybody that kind of came up near us, it was like they couldn't get away from us fast enough. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we are those two people like nails on a chalkboard because we were just like, but
there were other people who were doing that more than us.
There were.
We weren't the worst. Although we were difficult, we were difficult to deal with, but also there were people on the course who were, making friends. Yes.
Yes. And one of the cool things is that not only did I get to finish be with you when you got to your 53rd lap, but we got to be with JJ Duran almost to his 53rd lap, but he left us, dropped us with like a third of a mile.
We broke him.
Yeah, it's unclear. Did he drop us? No. Did we break him? Did he run away from us?
He clearly ran away from us. He had his fingers in his ears, I think. I think if you look, you'll see. Look at the finishing photograph, and I think he has his fingers in his ears because they're still ringing from talking to us because we were really laying it on at the end, especially. We made him earn it. So
we did.
Yeah. Then there was Johnny too, right? Johnny was his buddy it was his first 100 as well.
Oh, right. Yes.
Who finished a little bit faster. Beginner's luck, of course. And so we had some fun with him. I would tell him, hey, listen, Johnny, I left something out on the course. Can you help me go find it? It's up the road here a little bit. Can you let's go find this thing. So, we had a lot of fun keeping him going. So, but I was so glad that you were there, and it was a fun time, and seeing the group of people there was just, there were so many people, and so many little communities and a bigger community, and
It was. And, once you had stopped, um, I, laid down on the ground for a little while and took a nap and then kind of got up and started walking with my sticks. And it was just a neat way to see things, and walked with different groups of people and got to, talk to people, uh and that was nice because I haven't been really around a lot of people. And so I do apologize that I felt bad. There were times when I'd, see people and kind of go to, we'd kind of talk a little and then I'd kind of get quiet, and it was just a lot to take in. But
I think that's how it goes, though. Like with most people, there's very few people that can, um, that can just be talking to people the whole time. Certainly.
yeah,
So, I needed to take time to recharge and to,
yeah,
you know, go inward and stuff. So
yeah. I definitely like there were I had different kind of things that kind of came up as I was running that and walking that, I knew were, I haven't really been training. I'm not in, the shape that I would typically be in. And so, and I did have to keep kind of, like I'd find myself thinking about it and then I just stop and be like, pick up your head, look around, and take it all in. Like,
mm,
we do all this training, or sometimes we don't get it all in, but you do all this work to get to this event. And I think sometimes, at least for me, it's like you put in all the effort to get there, and then once you're there, you're so tunnel visioned on, how many loops do I have left, or oh my gosh, how many more hours, or oh how,
mm,
instead of being like in the moment of I'm here. And so
right on. Yeah.
I did that a lot where I just would all of a sudden be like, stop it. And I just lift up my head and look around and just, forget that wherever I am and just listen to the nature and just take in my surroundings and that was nice to be able to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to say that I kind of felt a lot the same way. Is that I think I only ever got a little bit tied up in it was towards the end, and that was just because I had, as you were the first one to notice and to point it out to me, that I had a lean going. So could you describe
The lean,
the lean,
the
alleged lean?
lean had
But
several stages
yeah,
to the
so
lean.
tell us about the lean.
So the first lean was the lean. It was like your, that little like, left-handed to the side lean. And then so of course I was pointing that out and Art's like, no. And I'm like, oh yeah, you have lean. And then it became the constipated lean, where it looked like Art was leaning and puckering. Or was he leaning and just I don't know what you were doing. We were trying to figure it out. We were trying to figure out like what was making it a constipated lean, but you looked constipated. Then the lean turned into the sway.
Mm,
So it was where you were right, you were like going back and forth.
yeah, it was because I tried to square my shoulder. I tried to counterweight
Oh,
my
the
right
twist, the
side.
lean twist.
Yeah.
He was leaning but twisting at the same time. And
Mm.
then it fully evolved into the really like the gorilla lean. And that was
Oh
where
God.
you were leaning to the left and your arm swing had to have been like 4 feet. Like that swing. I mean, it was a huge arm swing. I felt like it was like, like the arms
Mm.
dangling, and it was very it was very interesting to
Oh,
watch you go through the cycle of leans.
it was, I have to say, like, so my feet are fine. Like I had a little bit of hot spots, packed them up with Desitin, no problem. Overall, I never really felt that bad.
Mm.
Like I didn't throw, I think it might be one of the few hundreds that I ran that I didn't throw up. Um,
Oh, I don't think I've ever been around when you've thrown up, or maybe
oh
you've
God.
like walked away.
Yeah, well, in our race when we met the day I threw up the day I met you. in the race at Spring Fling. So I threw up then. I threw up at whatever Vermont at yeah, most the cut both times, and yeah, I yeah, it's not unusual for me to throw up at within 30 miles. So
Wow.
but I never felt any of that. This one I kind of felt like was never in doubt. And
Yeah.
I was just like very chilled about it, and no knee pain, no, just overall body tiredness and lack of.
And did your shoulder?
Oh, it did. Yeah. My shoulder hurt a lot less than normal. Like I broke my shoulder in like 2004. Okay. So had a couple screws put in it. And so it's pretty messed up.
For
yes.
you during the race when I took that rock and just
yeah, that fixed it actually. So, but yeah, I was kind of, all those things didn't really add up to much. And even the lean didn't hurt. It just was like having a side wind, it was like having a crosswind.
So had you noticed the lean before I mentioned it?
Oh, visually and mentally, I was like, God, I just feel like everything is sliding off to the left. It's kind of like that one turn that you make by the Adirondack shelter, which you know what that means.
Now I do, yes. Which I didn't, took 7 years to know. It took Art 7 hours.
So that there's like the road is uneven there. So you have to kind of work to stay to the upper side of the hill.
Right.
And that's just kind of how it felt the whole time for me, where I was constantly fighting from like running into the reeds on the left.
Oh, and Art was killing me because I totally forgot about this. Art had this thing about,
oh God,
like a bird or something where like like my light next to his light, like it was screwing up his vision.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I turned my light off. So I had no light. So I was walking next to him without a light. So
that's usually how I run, is with no light.
But he was like, no, it's still getting in my vision. I'm like, but I don't have a light on. And so I had to walk behind Art.
And not say anything. Until I asked you a question.
Well, yeah, because what would happen is then I'd start talking and I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden I'd be up on the side of you and I would be in your field of vision.
What happened, I think, was that at one point we were walking with a lot of people, and when somebody walks in front of me, I can't look ahead. I have to look down at their feet to see the ground. And when I look down like that, it threw my neck out and I would get that sensation of vertigo. So I had to be able to look far out.
Which was crazy because then I tried to do that and I was like tripping on everything. So yeah, the two of us together were a force to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm. Right on. So, but it was cool. I never did I never have like, so what I basically did was ran what I thought was 50 miles the first night, but it was only, I think, 49 laps or something, or 50 laps maybe, or whatever. Miles? 25. Yeah. 25 laps, however that math works, I guess. 25 laps. Sorry. And then I went and I have a new van, my new, my new van's all set up. So I had a nice, I kind of crawled into that. And the first night it was pouring rain and lightning. So, I crawled in and slept for like just about 4 hours. I was off the course for about 4 hours, which is like, if you're racing, that's like, if you're racing a 100-miler, that's a long time to like, to hang out. Yeah. But I didn't want to go. Sleep deprivation really messes me up.
If you didn't need to do that, then why?
Yeah, because it was about the experience, and I didn't want to be. I mean, I can be all freaked out and hallucinating, or like getting weird and stuff, but I wanted to keep it very normal. And I would say mission accomplished.
Although you did say some weird stuff, and now I'm just remembering. I'm
Yeah,
trying one of the things that you
I'm going
said
to
you
deny it.
saw.
So go ahead.
I
Oh, I
don't even
did
remember
see.
what it
I
was.
only had one minor hallucination, and that was when one of the flags, the flags all had reflectors on them, and I just lost the reference of that flag, and it looked like it was moving to the
Oh,
left.
yes,
It
yes,
looked
yeah.
like it was something just kind of like, just walking across the field. But I think that was just my vertigo,
Yeah.
or the lean talking. So,
Yes,
but
yes.
for me, I hadn't done I haven't. To me, it was such a great experience because it was a new way to do this thing, which
Yeah.
is not. It doesn't resemble so much what I've done at other races. It was just a nice, not that those weren't nice, but this was just like, it was very chill and just very,
Yeah.
it was just like a fun run out there.
Yeah.
So I would do that again because, and
Yay.
it's great because I think like I started to think like, oh, well, maybe you're just really done with hundreds because they're just too devastating and damaging to, for me personally,
Mhm.
between my neck and sleep deprivation and stuff like that, I don't take well to it afterwards.
Right.
So I think for this was a nice, somewhat manageable sort of
Yeah.
thing, so,
Yeah.
um, so I think that was refreshing and it was just so much fun, just to know that in the middle of the race, I could just slow down and, walk a lap with somebody, if I wanted to.
I had a first on
Mm-hmm.
this race, and typically I've always in time races, I use all the time that I have. If it's 6 hours, I use all the 6. If it's 12, if it's 24. And even there have been times where it's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to do another lap where it counts. But if it's even close, then I'll do it.
Yes.
And I actually stopped prior to the 24 hours. I had 2 hours. I was at 21:45 when the lap before I had called it and said, all right, I'm going to take my
Spikes.
tie thing, my spike. And I just was very like cognizant, like I'm going to take the spike and I'm going to do this as my last lap, knowing that, I have well over 2 hours. Like at that point I had like 3 hours left. But it was just very empowering to be able to be with that and to do that lap, and then, finished and walked over to the timers and, cut off my tag and was like, I am done. And it's weird. Like I felt very proud of myself that
Yeah.
I was like, able to be like, okay, I got what I needed to from this. And now I want to be able to watch everybody else and take my time. And so that was
That's
very
awesome.
nice.
That's awesome. So at my wedding, it was somewhat of a hot day and people were hallucinating. No. And things were starting, the music was playing and everything had been done, like whatever, the cake or all the different things that happened. It was just the wedding then. And Peggy and I were like, yeah, let's get the DJ to stay for another hour or something like that. And it was like the event was starting to wind down. It had like for a lot of, I'm sure there would have been a couple people definitely would have hung out, but it had kind of gone its course. And Peggy's aunt came up to us and said, yeah, I don't know about that. Sometimes you want to quit while you're still having fun.
Yeah, quit
and
on a high note.
We did. And it was a huge difference because it was like, oh, I'll be so sad when this is over, and we enjoyed it instead of like dragging it out into something. And you're right, it was empowering for us to say, and in keeping, I think, for what you did is in keeping with your original goal of your mind making decisions, that are good for your body,
Right. Yeah.
and vice versa as well. So I think that's good for you for making that decision. And I would just yield your time and protest. Tell them you want a proportionate amount of the entry fee back. Or
absolutely.
What's that?
I said absolutely. No.
Yeah, it seems fair. I mean,
Yeah.
So, well, that's
so now
that's
it's just
cool.
and it's nice to have to not feel like the pressure of, oh my God, what do I have to do next? And to just sit with it and just see what naturally feels right.
Gotcha. Good for you. Good for you. Hey,
Yeah.
so question for you. At one point you came up and said, "Oh, I have this mouthwash that you should really try." And I thought about that afterwards, and I was like, "Oh my God, how bad was my breath that that Becky's making me drink mouthwash?" So
I did think after I said it, I was like, I was way too overzealous when I offered you the mouthwash. I'm sure a lot of people get like this, but during the race, it's like I feel like I have a wool sweater on every tooth. Like everything gets all ugh. And I had brought my toothbrush with me, and I brought mouthwash, not toothpaste, and whenever I was getting myself collected, and I saw it and found it, I was like, oh. And I put some mouthwash on the toothbrush, and I brushed my teeth, and it felt so good. And so then when I saw you, I was just like, oh my gosh, like it was one of those things where, I don't know, like you eat a really good cookie and you're like, oh my gosh, you have to have a bite of this cookie.
yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh my God, Art, you have to have this
Because I thought about that afterwards, and I wondered, and it would have been any answers acceptable on that. I mean, no offense taken. So, but I had to ask you about that. Like,
yeah, you did not have bad breath, or at least that I noticed.
Okay,
And I didn't even really give you an option to say no. It was like, you have to have this.
drink this.
Yeah. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Very
But
good.
yeah, mouthwash it's key. It's key to have that at a race.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well,
Thank you. I appreciate like coming on and being here, and I will definitely be making my way back, and just slowly but surely getting myself back into life as I know it.
cool. That's great. And it was really great to see you out there and amongst your minions. So it was very good sharing some miles and some laughs, and thanks for keeping me on the path. You did, you know what you learned, I guess Amy Amaya Sorensen taught you well, because you kept me on the path even when it was not a straight path. So
Oh, Maya.
So
All right. So I hope everybody else
yeah.
please tell them hello. I'm gonna do some family things at this point now. And yeah.
All right. Thanks, Beck. And we're gonna go over to we're gonna go over and talk about the Patreons next. So.
Yeah, ready? And I'm gonna
very good. Oh.
All right. Cool.
And here we are with the Cultra Clothes. Hear me in my announcing voice. We have Celeste Fong, a ding dong.
Good morning.
We have Fared Marolo.
I'm here, and I'm wondering what Jimmy's eating.
And not sharing, little
Jimmy,
bitch.
can you talk with the food
Did
in
you
your
bring
mouth?
enough for everyone? Oh, yeah.
What
okay.
is it?
It's a protein
called
bar.
Protein.
Oh, that's fucking nasty. I mean, okay.
Jimmy, are you spitting or swallowing that protein?
Dude,
It's from Aldi, so obviously I swallow because I'm high class as fuck.
Art hung out with me this weekend, so he's going to be really off.
Jimmy, I heard shit.
But here's dude, I got a bone to pick.
Please.
That's
with the AI that wrote the copy for the latest episode. It's called fairy porn.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Fairy, I was like, with wings.
Excuse me. I know that.
So disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
Did you see the picture that I didn't post it. I'm sorry. The reason I spelled it like that is because I had AI generate a picture of somebody finishing an ultra with all these ferry boats in the back. So it was kind of like, I tried getting AI to create something with fairy porn, and it said, sorry, we're not going to fucking do that for you, because we have standards here.
We have standards.
Very smut, dude. It's very smut.
Very smut.
Very smut. Okay, sorry. So we'll correct that.
Yeah. So I might have broke Art this weekend, guys. You've been warned.
No, it wasn't you. I think it was your friends.
Fair. But when we all get together, it's bad.
Oh my God. Yeah. There were some things said that like I can't even like relate. I can't even say that on this show.
I can't say that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. It was bad. Like I think they would, I would get arrested saying it on this show. So
fair.
So anyway, I guess so tonight tonight's episode, as we mentioned, we're going to talk about our Patreons, right? So Patreons we're 112% listener supported, as you guys know. The only way that we, pay our bills is through this, and it allows us to buy stickers and stuff and banners and stuff. So
but not from Sticker Mule anymore. Sticker Mule's been canceled.
Because they went Trump, because they supported Trump or something like that.
They decided that everybody should buy a T-shirt with Trump on it from Sticker Mule to show their love for Trump.
Oh, fuck that!
I don't think they actually. I didn't check the.
Oh no, that was from the CEO.
Read your email. If you've ever ordered from Sticker Mule,
no, I know
you got an email today, and I was like, okay, cool, nice knowing you guys.
I saw the
I didn't see that. Fuck them.
The first email that he wrote though was a little bit, but the first email that he sent out I thought was okay, honestly. I mean, I know we shouldn't talk about politics. He basically, I think what I read was, we like Trump, and we understand that some people don't, and that's okay. Even though we think maybe that's stupid, and I kind of added that there, but we do think that shooting people is unacceptable, and that should be something that we can all agree on. And I thought that that's kind of what their message was, and that,
which we can agree on, except then he went and said, why don't you buy a T-shirt that says Trump on it to show that you love him? Same email. Because I read it, Thaddeus got it, and he posted it on Facebook.
Yeah, I read it a little bit, and my first impression was like, yeah, it's okay. And then I saw like he got, of course, like here's the one thing that I did that I took away from it too, though, is that Celeste had a saying that we're going to hear about more, I'm sure, in the future. It says, but also, and I think that just has made me realize that, like, and I've talked about this before, is that you don't have to feel one way or the other. And most things are not one way or the other. It's not that this person's good or this person's bad. It's that there's an overwhelming number of things that this person does that I don't like or that I think are bad, but that there are good points. And, I can be sad that, I can have issues with my father and think that in some ways he was not a good father, but in other ways he did some amazing things. So there's a conflict of this, my father was neglectful, but also he was, he helped us build this Slide for Life jungle gym thing that was unlike anything that anybody on the planet ever had as a kid. So I think that these contradictions are out there. The running was very painful, but also it was a lot of fucking fun. So I'm trying to take that approach to things, so that I kind of thought I I perceive that in that message, and I don't know what his stance is or what people think about it. So, and I don't know. That's my thought.
He went on Threads today whining that he was being bullied. So,
well, I'm sure he was getting bullied.
Well,
but and he might have been stupid by asking for it, but I'm sure that because most people are not, but alsoing anything. It's like, this is my guy or it's not, and this is it. And I guess you have to vote for somebody, right? So you have to make a choose. You can't vote for two people at the same time. So I understand the need to to make a decision.
You have one of those butterfly ballots from Florida in 2000, which you could barely vote for everybody, right? Or nobody.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Is that the hanging Chad?
Hanging Chad stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't know. I'm trying to live in this. I'm examining that.
You just want to be like living in the butt also.
Yeah, I really want to live in the butt also.
But
also.
That's right.
But also.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been grooving on that vibration there. So anyway, I didn't really want to necessarily get into this, but yeah, we do. We have bought our stickers from Sticker Mule, and but
I'm sure we can find somewhere else that doesn't have any controversy.
We could, or or order some from here and order some from there, if we want. So I don't know, whatever. Not a decision.
Remember that first batch of Culture stickers? Where were they from? Because that place was banned too. Those were fucking trash.
Those were the worst ones. All really nice stickers.
They were like faded. Half of them were like all faded. Like they were all misprinted and shit. Like
They are the funniest thing though, because they are pixelated. It looks like something from not Roblox, but what's that game with the diggy hole that the kids play?
Minecraft.
Yeah. It looks
diggy hole.
It looks like right.
You dig Celeste. You build entire underground worlds in that game. It's crazy.
No, I know. I don't play it because it makes me dizzy, but yeah, I know.
So it's the stickers came out. There's good things and bad things. Like the quality was bad. The quality was fucking shit, horrible. But also they were cheap. Okay. We give these things away. I've been giving those things away for 4 years now, and I still have as many as when I started. They fucking multiply because they're so bad. I think they inbreed and make more stickers in the box. I have, those box.
Oh,
I can't
great.
get
Now
rid of
art is
stickers.
into sticker smut.
Yes. Sticker smut.
Don't make me Google this.
What, sticker smut?
I swear to God. Then my ads are all going to be like, Jimmy, what kind of porn are you into? Because it's like fairy porn, sticker porn, sticker smut. Like,
what is it?
I'm going to start getting weird fucking AI generated shit now. Like, no, stop saying this stuff on my computer.
I went incognito.
Rule number 40 something. If it's been thought of, there's been porn made of it.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. That's something else we discussed this weekend.
I heard that. I knew I heard that. There was nothing. There were no holes, no rabbit holes left unpenetrated.
Nope.
So,
that's what she said.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yep.
And that's kind of how it went.
No, that was not a good place to use that term.
Yeah.
But okay.
It was like a giant walk-in closet. So,
oh my God.
And I don't even want to go there either. I mean, not that I don't. I mean, wait a minute. Forget it.
All right, here. I'm looking at. I was going through the Notchview pictures. I was scrolling through like crazy. You have an alarming lack of Desitin on you.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you have like a regular human amount on you this time? Did you figure that?
No. Here's what I did. I started out running with no Desitin. Okay, yeah. Then probably lap 3. I started to get a hot spot. So I Desitined up with 7 miles. And I was thinking everybody was looking at me saying, what's with the kid with the Desitin at mile 3? Oh. And what I did was I used glove. I used one glove, the blue glove magic. And I put a healthy smear of Desitin all over my feet and then ran, and it rained that night. Yeah, with one finger, Fred.
Did you put it in your friend? Art?
Yeah, yeah, kind of. My shoes are my friend, so yeah. And then I stayed with that Desitin. That one coating of Desitin lasted me all night long until the next morning. And then when I woke up and started again, I got a little bit of morning Desitin going. And,
your tube of Desitin had applied you to it, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, no. And then, so what I did was I ran 50 miles and then I slept for 4 hours. And then when I woke up in the morning, I slapped some Desitin on the feet and they were fine. I just had a little bit of heat rash, I would say, at the end. Like my feet were just a little bit, the tops of them. Mm-hmm. And I had 2 little tiny top of toe blisters, like that you might get doing a no drop run at Sleeping Giant, So
I forgot to post about that tonight. I hope people went out for it.
Yeah.
I did not. Fuck that. It's too hot.
Yeah. It's too hot.
Yeah.
I don't think people are going to be interested in running for like the next 6 weeks or so. Like,
yeah.
And if you are,
or ever,
if you're still training for a summer 100 somewhere, like, get your shit over with. Come on, like, fucking just stay in on Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights is a good night to, I don't know, record podcasts with your friends.
Scotty's
okay, so here now, let's go back to your toes. And did you have blisters or any chafing or anything anywhere else?
No. Oh, the other thing I used. Here's my other big takeaway was, I used Astroglide.
Oh wow! So you did
sex lube.
Now my.
We had a big discussion. What's better, regular lube or sex lube?
Fucking sex lube. I'm gonna get on my Astroglide. Kind of did like so. I like rub like okay.
Okay. Be very careful what you're saying.
Don't listen to this if you're driving.
Yeah, look, there you go. Fred's drawing a picture. Fred's drawing a picture.
So
Fred would win every game of charades.
I ran without my pack, and I didn't have any bloody nipples. I didn't have to tape anything. I didn't have to do that. Nice. I just
here's the question I really want to know. What was your what did you hydrate? What was your hydration strategy? What did you do?
I started out with Tailwind. I drank a pack full of that. I might have filled it like once more. And then I was like, fuck this. I'm going to just like take a bottle every loop. Cause it's only, I started thinking about it. It's such a weird race because like you're running and then it's like, you go out for 1.9 miles and you come back like you're going to the fucking oasis in the Sahara Desert. You come back in, it's like, hey, I'm back. It's like, it's been a fucking 1.9 miles. But every time I got there, I felt like I was just arriving after being out, forgotten. So I drank some Coca-Cola. So I had my little Be Free, probably a less than 20 ounce. And I probably drank one of those every 40 minutes or so. Excuse me. 30 to 40 minutes, something like that.
That's great. Okay.
And just went with that. I didn't cramp at all. I didn't, nothing hurt, nothing chafed. I was pretty much, the only thing that happened was I got I drank some of their Gatorade, okay, and that kind of turned my stomach a little bit. And so what I would do is that, like, anytime I got overhydrated or something like that, I just backed off and I would just run a lap with no hydration because I knew I had already like drank too much. Like I drank a 5-year-old Ensure.
I don't think those ever go bad, dude.
No, it was fucking lumpy, Jimmy. It was lumpy, like lumpy. Like it was like it had marbles in it. And then I drank a big Coca-Cola right with it too.
That's great. That's like having a milkshake and a Coke at fucking Denny's, dude. You're golden, bro. That's money.
Yeah. But,
if you I always say whatever you can get down and keep down, you're doing great.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I did? This is going to sound insane. I found a bag of itty bitty tiny Skittles. And I shit you not, that was like half my fueling. They were just so cute and little. Of all things.
They also had goo at the table too. They had these 30 30 grams of carb stuff, goos that were pretty, they were pretty good. So these big goos, and I used those for a while. I ate dates and
ice pops.
Had a good time. And ice pops. Yeah. Ice pops were on point because it got hot as shit.
It got hot
and humid.
Yeah,
it was really, during the day it was pretty miserable.
And in the morning you could see the air. It was so bad.
Yeah. But it was probably, it was different because I've never slept 4 hours during a 100-miler. But it was such a great experience. So,
all right, I got a question.
Yeah.
Would you, if you did that during the cut, would you disqualify yourself before or after your nap?
No, before I would, that's dropping out.
All right. You're out of this race. Now take a nap. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, then I wouldn't have slept 4 hours. I would have slept 8 hours. So,
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
No, for this, it was a different experience. It was like I had 72 and, I haven't trained. I haven't done anything to make me think that I should really, I don't know. I didn't do any training really much at all for this. I've kind of anti-trained. I've gained weight, made my diet worse. Stopped working out and been stressed out.
Ticking all the boxes.
Oh yeah. So the fact that I was able to do this my own way and just have fun with it and just be in the moment and fucking joke around with Celeste and Becky and oh my God, and JJ and Crutch and everybody there.
It wasn't. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you hi from Ryan, Jimmy.
Yeah, Ryan Hanna.
Yeah.
Quality dude. Oh, let me. How did he do?
He did really well.
Okay.
Yeah, we adopted him. His new name is Sweet Baby Angel.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a sweet baby angel.
So, well, you guys want to go over the Patreons here, right? So,
oh yeah.
These are the people who support us. So,
yes,
and they do that through, and it lets us know who's listening, basically, or pretending to listen at least. So you can contribute by being a member of. We have a link to Patreon, or if you go to Patreon and search our name, and then you give a monthly donation, and then, when we see your name, it's like, oh, I remember who, I've heard of you more than just because of other shit like that. And it's funny because a lot of the people at this race, including the race director, Ben Double N, he introduces himself and signs his name as Ben Double N. Which so this fucking cracks me up because that's that was something that we kind of came up with here, or it kind of evolved to that. So, and there's a lot of people like that, so, who were there. So, so thank you, because otherwise it gets weird. It would be just like the 4 or 5 of us talking to each other. But this way it feels like we're, more communicating with you guys, which is really what makes it it makes it so much fun and worthwhile. So thank you to everybody who is supporting us. So first one up is Hundo Joe, #Hundo Joe. I got to run with him. When was it? Last Wednesday, I think we kind of did a shakeout. Wednesday or Thursday, I did a shakeout run with him. In the original culture group, or 4 out of 5, so which was cool. Albert Star Galactica. I guess he's got Cultra now. Galactica. Anybody have any updates on him?
He just sent me a care package.
Oh. Why is he such a nice human?
I was at work and all of a sudden my work phone rings and he's like, "May I speak to Fred Marolo, please?" And I'm like, "This is Fred Marolo speaking." He's like, "This is Albert Gallatin."
Nice.
Like, "Albert, what's up?" And he said, "I need to know your address so I could send you a care package." So he did.
Oh,
wow.
A bunch of books. Nice when I read them, I'll pass them on to you guys. Is it like a lot of
He's a beautiful human being.
Sport books. He's a great guy. He really is a great
Yeah.
guy.
Wait, a lot of smut books or sport books?
Sport, not smut.
Oh,
Somebody said
all right.
less.
Smut can be a sport, though.
I do have some.
I'm gonna
smut
send Albert.
that my
I'm gonna
wife
send
wrote,
Albert
though.
some smut. Like legit. I'm gonna mail Albert smut. I got a pen. I'm gonna write this down right now. Mail Albert smut.
I can make you some recommendations.
I don't think we should do that, like smut stuff, because like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why.
What if it's like
because he's a
erotic
nice
cakes?
person. He's not like.
How about like
the
something
likes
like
of us.
erotic cakes? Can we send him like erotic cakes or something?
Oh man.
Like
Something, we gotta
size
send him
D,
something zesty. We gotta send him something a little zesty.
like size D
Spicy.
cupcakes.
Spicy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You know, that's kind of like naughty.
We
but
could
not,
have
like,
Becky could
gross,
jump out of a
right?
cake and be like, "Ba-na-na-na-na." That would be so good. Oh, that would be the best. That's what we should have.
Oh
That's what we
man.
should have. Next time Albert
She's
comes back to
like,
Connecticut,
I'm jumping out of a cake made out of bajangles or whatever she calls it.
Gibbles.
Gibbles, yeah,
I
Gibbles.
love her.
Oh,
There
Beck.
you go.
You are missed, Beck.
She's the best.
She's not
That is the
listening.
truth.
No, I know, but she's still the best.
Very good. Next up we have.
I couldn't imagine listening to this podcast. I swear to God.
Well, there is a special bonus content at the end, but
Jimmy,
you
we're
have
almost
to
done
wait.
with
And
the Patreons. Come on, we're really close to the end.
we are at number 3 out of 112. Okay, so we're
Share.
basically
Can we? Share the
Go,
list with
go.
us, Holmes.
Hold
Holmes
it.
Gillett.
Oh, it says I'm sharing screen, yo.
I can see it.
No, I can't.
Well,
Fuck it,
that's
open your-
because you were Googling.
Oh, do I need to click on Art Byram's screen at the top? This Zoom looks different. Was there an update recently?
I don't know. Mine, it
Yeah,
just
19
popped up.
1984.
Oh,
Okay, 113th mile. Okay, that's incognito shit. Like nobody knows who he is.
Oh,
all right.
I do.
I've met him. We've all met him, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I met him.
We don't know
Maybe.
who he is or not. If we did, we can't tell you
Yeah.
because
He was wearing a mask.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
So
It's all right.
So that's 113th mile. We have 2 New York Banano.
Who apparently has a pizza franchise in Vegas. Who knew? Right.
Excellent.
Yeah, did you
I
have
figured.
a slice?
Did he
I
bring
did
us
not.
any pizza?
There's a friend of ours in Vegas there. He's got it taken care of.
I like that Tony said, "Tell him it's okay. You can have a slice." I was going to go up.
I talked
Well
to Tony
played. Well
today.
played.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony said it's okay.
Gotcha. We have A. Marcus.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
had so much fucking fun with him this weekend.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Did you know that it took me like probably 30 miles to figure out that A. Marcus was actually this fucking Marcus?
Really?
I didn't.
Do you know
I
why
don't
it's
know.
a Marcus? Apparently, I introduced him to everybody last year as this is a Marcus. And like, I'm like, this is a Marcus. Yeah, I was delirious. I didn't know.
So you did it.
I'm sorry. Except I'm not sorry, Marcus. Although he did give me bacon. So
Yeah.
So
He
he's
was-
not just any A. Marcus.
no.
He was a pretty happy dude out on that course, right?
Yeah.
kept-
He hit
he kept-
150 miles too. Yep.
Jeez.
But we're going to, when we do the Notchview episode, we got to talk an exorbitant amount of shit about him.
I think the shit will speak for itself. We're
That's
just going to
true.
present evidence and let the evidence speak to judgment, right, Fred?
Right.
Allegedly.
Rest
See?
ipsa loquitur.
That's right.
Yes. The thing speaks for itself.
And the chair's against the wall. John has a long mustache. Okay. Anyway, that's A. Marcus. That's boomer humor. There, okay. And I am the last boomer. So we have Amy Jennifer Hanlon. Now, she was not at this race, okay?
No.
Doesn't make her a bad person. Because God knows she's at enough other places, right? And her friend, Amy Jennifer Hanlon's friend.
All right.
Amy Mauer Power.
Ooh.
She wasn't there, but Bill was there. the timekeeper and race director of the Dome.
Bill Schultz.
I think I got that right. Yeah, isn't he the race director of the Dome?
He's a co-race director. Yeah.
Co-race, is Mike the race director too?
Mike and Bill direct the Dome race. Yeah.
Yes. So Mike and Bill were there doing the timing.
Oh, okay.
And
I didn't even
I had
know Mike did the timing for Notchview. All right.
Yep, and I had a word with them. So
I'd like to have a word with you, Mr. Schultz.
That sounds like some shit went down. Like that sounds like some more shit went down.
I did. I ran the race under protest. And I got everybody else to also join me in the protest. I attempted to. There were a couple things very important. I don't know. We probably shouldn't get into it now. I protested that it was so humid, but then coming across the field, there was wind blowing and it took the humidity away for a moment. And it's not what we paid for. I also said that they claim that it's 1.9 miles, but yet nobody's presented any documents to back up that fact, that it's not 2 miles or that it's not 1.93. So that instead of we have to do 53 laps for this 100-miler. Mm-hmm. So what is that? That's like arbitrary control mind bullshit. So I want those fucking fractions back yielded to me. And I got people going and people care about this and we're talking about it and we're not going away.
Yep.
So what do we want? Nothing. When do we want it? Never. Okay.
Accurate.
All right.
Sorry about that.
What were you trying to say? Are you saying how many loops would you have to have? Would you have only had to do 52 if it was 1.93?
I don't know, Jimmy. We'll never know.
Get my calculator out here.
We'll never know, Jimmy. We'll never know.
But Art did extra mileage anyway because he left stuff in his car. Apparently, he did 3 miles because he wandered off course a couple of times.
I'm lucky I didn't get DNF'd. I'm lucky I found my way back to the course, honestly, because I couldn't get out of there when I went to leave. I made a left. And I followed this fucking road and I'm going and I'm like, oh, there's people camping on the side. Oh, look, I'm by the side of the hill. And then all of a sudden the road ends and it's a dead end and I had to turn around. So I almost didn't leave. Look at that, Jimmy.
You son of a bitch.
52 laps at 1.93 would get you 100.36 miles. Yeah.
So
instead of 53 at 100.7.
Listen, wait. So GPS, dude, you can't do this to a race director because I
didn't GPS it, Jimmy. It's not GPS.
Did you roll it out there? Or you had a wheel?
No. Art Byram. You think he doesn't know how long he's running?
I counted steps.
Yeah. I got my TomTom pedometer. So
the old pedometer.
That's right.
Dang.
The old Polar X1 pedometer.
This just is not going. Yeah, this isn't going away. Okay, just so you know, you've been put on notice. Right, Fred?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Arbitrary and capricious art. That's
right. Yes. Ipswich and Massus. So, which it is. Okay, so. We have Andy tied, and somebody else better start reading these instead of me, because otherwise we're going to be here till next year. So,
anybody? Right, Angela Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Anna G.
Hi, Anna G.
Anna G.
She's got high
Antone de Betancourt. Thanks, Antone. Still giving us money, dude. Thank you.
He's going to be at Anchor Down.
Yo, he's one of the OG Patreons, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have
We're
gonna have a super secret OG Patreon show. It's only $9.99, guys. It's
It's only $112.
That's what other podcasts. I listen to other podcasts, and I'm always dude, it's you're like, this is a really good time to talk about our sponsor. And it's like, no, it's not. It's never a good time to talk about fucking commercials. Stop.
It's
okay.
Never.
Today we will talk about how to do brain surgery at home. But first,
we want free shit.
Are hemorrhoids bothering your toes?
Slobber on this company's knob for a minute.
Do you have your foot up your ass? That's right. Man. Yeah. And these are our good friends over at Reach Around Sports. So, and they can, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to, a lot of ways to have action.
Right.
Oh, God.
We like our action free.
Yeah.
And
Which reminds me of Austin Frank.
that's right.
And-
Yeah.
And our
gives
home
away-
skillet, Azam.
Shazam!
What is it true that
What's
Austin
up?
Frank built his hot dog business by giving away free wieners?
Could be
Okay.
in Texas.
Is that possible, Celeste? What do you think?
It's probable,
Okay, yeah, it could be.
Yeah. statistically speaking.
Yeah, okay.
Azam Pulit. Oh, I did Azam. Azam, you're the man, dude.
Mhm.
Ben Nillette. Ben
Yeah,
one end.
He's got two T's.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I wonder if they're real.
Do you think he's always spilling the tea?
Are they real?
Oh,
9.
Sorry.
We got Ben one end.
Mhm.
You got Ben two ends, but also possesses 4 in complete total.
I
Yes,
think he collects ends.
As the race director, what a great job.
Yeah.
Berkshire Trailheads. Go out and run with the Berkshire Trailheads. They're all going to be wrecked this Thursday, so I believe there's no
Oh,
run.
yeah.
But
I don't think they have a run. Yeah, JJ was saying no run this week. So
yeah,
But I think
That's
they're
fair.
going out
Sue,
drinking.
too.
yeah,
yeah, good.
Fair.
Go out
They're
drinking
going out
Thursday night. That's good.
Drinking and driving.
No, well,
Yeah.
here's what they're going to do. They're going to go out drinking Thursday night, and then Thursday night's usually when the pain of it wears off. So then they're all going to go home drunk and sign up for another fucking 100.
Perfect.
beautiful.
That's what we do.
Hamster wheel. Okay.
Hamster
Oh, yeah,
wheel.
hamster wheel, definitely. I'm going there.
Best of hustle. Never. Ooh, you going to
That's why I
Hamsterville,
met Celeste.
Freddie?
Yep.
I'm gonna go because I met Celeste
Oh,
there.
Celeste's going.
Of course.
Yeah.
Fred's going. Jimmy's
probably say
going.
that.
Come on, Jimmy. You
Probably-
got
Here.
to.
I'm putting this on my list. I have male Albert Smut sign up for Hamster.
I think I convinced Marcus and Alex to go to hamster wheel too.
Oh,
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah. And obviously,
Oh,
all the idiots will be there.
And how about JC?
I think I got him going too. I told him to.
Okay. All right.
So
Good. Okay, so where were we? We're in the
Best
That's
of
a hustle.
Trailheads. Yeah.
grinding all his life.
Somebody
Yep.
said that. Somebody said keep grinding, and I said all my life. And he
Nice.
thought that I was hip and relevant.
You are.
Oh,
when you
For just a
when you
minute.
say some shit like that, because you don't look like a dude who's going to say some shit like that. If you drop that kind of knowledge on me, I'd be like, yeah,
That's
this guy's. I'm gonna take this guy out for a long run.
yeah.
That's right. I dropped the goo. So
This guy looks like he needs a long ass run to work on some fucking shit right now. Like,
oh yeah, I did.
it's-
Now I just got a new list.
Oh shit.
oh, we got Bikini Chicken. We know who you are. Bill Gibbs, massage therapist, incorporated.
OG.
Pick that guy.
right? Bill
Pick
Gibbs.
that guy up.
He's the original.
Yep.
Yeah, Bill's an OG Patreon from like day one, right?
Yep.
Yes. Bill is our at this point, Bill is our oldest and dearest Patreon. He is our
Wow.
senior Patreon, or he is the patron saint of Patreons.
Nice.
So Bill Gibbs is going to get free OnlyFans, is what he's going to get.
Yeah. Bill
We're going
will
to stock
dance-
that with naked pictures of me running in Death Valley and fucking weird feet pics and shit. We got you, Bill.
Oh, he can get he gets he wins the Desitin socks from Notchview.
Oh god.
Right?
Hold on, but the grand prize should be your entire outfit from fucking Badger.
Oh my God.
That's in a
that's
case.
just Desitin though, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Bill Gilpatrick. Then we got Gil Bill Patrick. Patrick Bill Gill.
Yes.
Gil Patrick Bill.
Yeah.
How many different combos can we
He's
do?
patriotic.
Yes.
Yep.
We love you, Bill. Thank you. Then there's Bill Odendahl.
That's right.
This is
And
tolerable.
Rooting around in my garage last week. I don't think, I wasn't even home.
is that what you
I
call
love
Fred?
I was in Vegas. He was rooting around.
Is that
in
the
my
same
garage.
thing as a walk-in closet? Asking for a friend.
I was 2,000 miles
in the back.
Nice.
Oh God.
He
Sorry.
took my cans in too. So do what you will.
Oh my God.
Was anything in your can, Fred, or what?
Hey,
Okay. So yeah, Bill Odendahl.
All right, who wants to take over?
He made some lazy vegan burgers for me.
Oh, yeah, he was the grill master, right?
Yeah.
He did. He made a Beyond Burger, and it was close. So very good.
All right, where are we?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Fred, go, Fred.
All right, Brian, listen to the Musiac.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Brian, oh,
Hanlon.
No.
Amy Jennifer Hanlon's Irish cousin.
Brian
Hanlon.
Oh boy.
Okay. Bryce Henley.
Henley.
Fonga Ding Dong.
Ding dong.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of incestuous, Celeste. You're like supporting your own show.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to get my tattoo money somewhere.
That's like money laundering.
Yeah, that's money laundering. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, well, I have a
money and
lawyer.
you're laundering it through Cultra.
I respect that. At least you do laundry. Yeah.
Okay.
For a trophy wife, that's a big ask, right? I mean,
Jerry Bilby.
Oh,
yeah.
she's doing Vermont this weekend.
Awesome.
Yep. Kick
It's been
ass,
so
Sherry.
hot this summer. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like this
Gross, hot and humid.
I got to get to this and make sure that this gets out there too. Somebody else
don't want to listen to it.
Somebody else who is doing Vermont is Lila Gaudreau. And
She's
you guys
fucking amazing.
You may remember her from Stone Cat, where she did this is unbelievable. She did the 100K faster than I did the 50 mile, right? Which is fucking shocking. Mind blowing.
Yeah.
No, and she ran 72 miles in 12 hours in the fucking brutal heat on this course.
In Notchview, yeah.
With probably I would say that it probably had 7,000, 8,000, between 7,000 and 8,000 feet of climb.
Yeah.
And
she destroyed the course record.
Course record for men and women. Took it down. And
she was smiling the whole time. She was the cutest thing you've ever seen.
Yep. She was, when she was struggling, she was walking a 13-minute mile, something like that. So pretty impressive.
And that was her warm up for the Vermont 100.
Yeah.
Nice.
21 years old. So somebody to watch in this sport because she loves what she's doing and she's very good at it. So,
and she's kind to everyone around her.
That's right.
She was just a joy.
That's right.
Unlike some of us.
She doesn't hate on people, right? She doesn't make fun of them.
Unlike some of us.
Because maybe they're falling off the side of the trail or something, or, so.
Chocolatey Chipperdoodle.
Oh my God. I can't with him. He's so cute.
Now he's like a combination chip and snickerdoodle, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Chip.
It's sporty.
He broke a lot of hearts when he's like, I don't really like chocolate chips. I'm a snickerdoodle.
I know.
And people were like, no. And I'm like, dude, living your truth, Chip. I love you, bro.
That's it. So
powerful.
now he's moving.
What if he likes
doodle.
butterscotch chips or, there are other kind of chips to put in cookies. I'm just saying.
Maybe all of a sudden rolls to paydays or something.
Who are we to yuck his yum?
I think chocolate chip likes a good IPA, I think. So
there you
go. Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to find the Vermont 100 start list, and I can't on the website anywhere. All right, I'll be back. I'm here.
Okay,
but not here.
Chris Rosall knows all, sees all,
is all.
Oh,
Christine, Jinhing, Christopher Colangelo.
Oh yeah,
Crisco
out in the south. The south, not the south, the shore.
Sure.
So
Clement Scented Chunks.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell you he said hi to everybody.
Well, there you go.
So
hi, Clement.
Right back at him.
Yep.
But what scent is it?
I don't remember.
Does that mean is that like he sent chunks? Like, does he just
no? They're scented. It was a Beavis and Butthead
chunks.
thing.
Like he got up and he was like, blah! Like really, like fucking sent those chunks, like shooting out his mouth, like explosive diarrhea of the mouth. But
that doesn't count for the C. So
Yeah.
you have to be scented.
Thank God we got the lawyer here.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, it's English spelling.
Hey.
Could be. Fight me.
Oh, hello, Clarice.
Yeah, see?
Crutchley.
Oh, yeah.
He kicked ass this weekend too.
He is such the philosopher, too.
He's so nice. I'm like
Right.
such a bitch, and then he's just like,
Yeah.
"Oh well, d," and I'm like, "Okay."
That's right.
I love seeing him in the race pictures because he always seems
Me
like he's
too.
having a good time. He's
He is.
yeah,
That's because he is.
Yeah.
that's because he is. David Hoople,
Mm-hmm.
David Hyde,
And Seek.
David Kaplan.
Aha.
Any other Davids? No, that's it.
Oh,
3 Davids. Triple D.
Triple D.
we need more Davids.
Yeah.
It's better than just having 2.
True.
So, Ellen Cretella Cannell, Cretella Patella,
Yeah. She's got the golden patella.
Ellie Pell, multiple Olympian.
Yeah.
She's going to be heading for Paris in a week or 2, right? She's probably, what is she on this time? Volleyball?
I don't know.
Rhythmic
I just,
volleyball.
Swimming? Oh, maybe pairs diving. That would be good.
maybe.
Yeah.
Pairs diving. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Well, she just won the Tour de France, didn't she?
I think
Yeah.
she actually, I think she was the one on the mountain bike who jumped over the Peloton.
That was epic.
Fuck, don't do that at home, kids. Okay, it's not cool, but
Not
It was
good.
if you
cool.
want to,
It was pretty cool.
you can do that at Blue to Blue if you want, though. Just saying,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
That would be
Somebody
cool.
films it, and you don't sue.
Emily Mayer, mayor of Cultra City, Massachusetts, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enrique Teo,
Mhm.
father of the chosen one.
Theo.
Eric Westa,
Mm-hmm. He,
brother of Eric Easter. Yeah.
he's got to try harder and stop Weston so much.
Oh, yeah. Franklin Gandolf.
Gandalf.
The
The
original
Grey.
founding father of Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Fly, you fools. He was what to say.
Full of a talk.
Fred Wills, the fast Fred from Cheshire.
Yeah.
Mm.
Geoffrey Myler.
Yes.
You know, every now and then I'm on Facebook and it suggests friends to me. And I know Jeff Miller's a lawyer. And so he was suggested as a friend. I think I just first oh, okay, I'll friend him. And 6 months later, he accepted my friend request.
Mm.
Did you consider it for a long time? You just opened Facebook.
No, Fred, you were in escrow. Probably. So
That's
you
it.
know,
he
you in
fully,
escrow.
he
That's
fully
wise.
vets everybody. It's a 6-month vetting process to be a
That's
Jeff's
it.
Facebook friend.
Yes.
To be fair.
Yeah.
He ain't fucking around here. Okay, this isn't like LA law. This is East Coast.
Not impulsive. He's not an impulsive.
That's right. No, we're considering the matter.
Well, the first time you talk to him in person, though, he's like, please don't talk directly at me. He's like, you need to know.
You talk to my people. I'll get back to your people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Heidi Stearns.
And Foster.
Yep.
And she named her dog Foster, right?
She did. She named her puppy
She did.
Foster. Yes.
Damn.
See, so
You
we're basically the dog's daddy.
We
I mean,
are the-
honestly, that dog belongs to me.
yeah, that's,
right?
That's the reach we have here.
I'm
You can
telling
name
you.
right.
a dog.
Yep. We're changing
JJ
spellings.
Duran, who kicked ass. Did his
He
first
ran
100 miler.
so far away.
I was so proud of him. I took a screenshot of one of his a photo that he was in and put it up on the fan page. Just
I mean, that's pretty fucking epic,
Venerated.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
It was.
yeah, awesome. It's great.
So
It
proud of
was. So he and I ran at God, I think it was 2:00 in the morning when the lightning between
Mhm.
1 or 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday.
I was reading a book. I said, fuck that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Big lightning came through.
Oh, I know. I was in my car. I
Mm.
was reading my smut. No,
I
I'm
was
not
just
going
going
out
to say,
with that
was
shit.
it smart?
It was fucking smut. Of course. it was.
Oh,
Of course it was.
And so we're sitting there saying, like, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, we're gonna go. So I'm gonna like just fake it till I make it. So we're like, yep, you ready? Here we go. And he says, yeah, okay. And we go. And I was like, fuck, if he had said, no, I don't think this is a good idea, I would have said, yeah, I think sleeping at 43 miles is good. That's almost 50, right?
Yeah.
So
No.
but yeah, he did very well. He got stronger as the day went on.
Yeah.
And he helped others along the way. He was there helping his buddy Johnny.
Johnny kicked ass too.
Yeah, we shouted out Johnny during the last when I did the Brian Vanderheiden race, and we talked about that. And Johnny was the guy who ran the 4 hour and then came back a couple hours later and got like second place or third place in the 5K. So
Cool.
he ran it. So he ran his first 100. So he was asking all the questions, like, you know, and having the doubts and going through it. So I just used all the mind fucks I could with him and just, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the best thing is that, like, I left something out on the course. Can you help me for a second? Like, I left something out there. Can you help me find it? So we go and do another loop, and I'm like, okay, good. All right. And then, you know, each time we find one more loop, and he'd start to do the math. And it's like, no, I don't think the math works here. It doesn't apply. Sorry. You know? And so we tried all the different stuff. So, but
That's
enough.
awesome.
Jack I. Smith doing an assault on the tower every Tuesday night. Be there.
Wow.
While Jimmy's doing the loop, she's assaulting the tower.
Huh.
Jacques San Francisco Sarbach.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Gigi.
Have you heard from him or touched base with him? I gotta, like, Jimmy's giving
Jimmy
us the
says
thumbs
yes.
up there.
Jimmy's like, I'm
Putting
eating
down the
bitches.
yogurt and the chicken wings, and here he goes. He's chilling.
Yeah,
He's
I
getting ready.
text with Jacques every few days.
Oh, good.
We're on
Yeah,
each other's
yeah.
radar.
I gotta
Yeah.
reach out to him, see what's up.
Say what's up to him.
I will.
Living in a new city is tough.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
People blow up Jacques' Strava and Facebook and Instagram and shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Jake Cocotine,
Cocotine.
Crocodile.
Jamie Myler. Jamie and I both misread a caption on when Francois was dropping out of Hard Rock this past weekend. It said that he was like snuggling with his kids, and there was Jim Walmsley, and we both read it that he was snuggling with Jim Walmsley. Because it kind of looked like it, you know.
Well, he could have been snuggling with his kids, but also
But also, Jim
With
Walmsley.
Jim Walmsley.
Jim Walmsley.
Yeah.
And then I said to Jamie, like, you know, that would be a tough call, right? You have your chance of snuggling with Jim Walmsley. You might never get that again. You can snuggle your kids at any time, right?
I mean, fair.
yeah.
yeah.
Here's Walmsley ready to snuggle with you. You'd probably snuggle with him.
Huh.
Walmsley's pretty fucking bony. I mean, he's just like bone. He's like sinew and fucking muscle and bone, dude. He's a skinny man.
You don't think he's a good
That would not be a fun fucking cuddle. That would not be a fun cuddle, my friend. No.
If you cut that, all I heard was that would not be a fun fuck in cuddle.
All right.
True.
That's okay. That's, you heard it here.
He's not taking anything back. That's it.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
listen, guys.
staying
I just took a screenshot and texted it to Jacques and just said, "We say hi."
Aw.
Good.
So there you go.
Awesome.
So any
tried
other
to reach out to
Patreons
him
want
because-
that? Any other Patreons want that? That's $9.99.
You got to go up to the Jimmy
man.
Mac extortion level.
You guys got to go to platinum culture
No,
members.
no, you got to go into the
Are
walking
you
closet
platinum level? Hold on, you're not platinum level.
The
bro.
walk-in
You can't be in
closet
here.
level.
Oh,
So-
man.
You get to hang out. You get to hang out for $9.99 a month. You get to hang out in the green room for us, but then we kick you out when we start recording.
Wow.
You get to hear us talk about what what we can't talk about on the podcast before
Exactly.
That's the best shit about the podcast.
That's right. Yes. We got Jank. And
Somebody
Jessica,
go. Somebody else go. All
Jessica C. Randall.
right.
We have Jill Ian Ellefson.
We had fun with her this weekend.
How many times have I said that? What? No, stop.
I have fun with her every time I see her.
I love that for you.
Sorry.
I love that for me too.
And don't listen to this with your kids or your fucking boyfriends or husbands or anything.
No, Jillian.
Oh, you think I didn't tell John? I'm like, oh,
Jillian is hilarious though.
She's so great.
Space. Oh God. No, I'm losing it. Okay, somebody else take over.
All right, Joseph and the amazing Technicolor trail charts. Joseph Morris Rowe, Just a Plotter, Justin Kowski, Karen Prado, Kelsey, the cutest thing that ever lived, Ang.
Isn't it Plato?
Plato?
I think that's a typo.
Oh, yeah, she
Socrates, Plato.
What's that movie? Socrates, Plato's Idiots. Princess Bride. Okay.
Yeah.
Lancelot, Laura Fastcat Ricci.
Did we have Kelsey Ng?
I did. I said she was the cutest thing ever.
Oh, sorry.
Everything. Yeah.
She's the cutest thing ever. Lancelot, Laura Ricci, Lauren Edelman. Also had an epic time with her this weekend.
I liked her T-shirt.
Isn't she funny?
Right.
She's so
remind me, what did her shirt say?
I think it said she came, she ran, she fucked shit up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, accurate. Law Dog.
Now,
Loud Dog. Yeah.
So what's he been up to? We got to pause. We got to hit pause on the old Cultra Freight train
I'll hit Law Dog up right now too, dude. I'll say
Law Dog is running Leadville.
Sure.
And he's going to go out there like at least a week, maybe 2 weeks early to try to get a little acclimated. And I know Steve's going to be out there crewing for him because Steve lives out there. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Good times.
Excellent.
Very good.
I'm gonna hit Law Dog up right now.
I believe that's the latest on Law Dog. I think he's running. He's been. He posts on Facebook every day with an obscure song lyric. Well, sometimes not obscure song lyric.
That's right.
If you know, like Grateful Dead and Bob Dylan, probably.
If you know, you know.
You know.
Just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, now joining us in an uncontested 100-mile journey, we have Leanne Zager.
Yay! I'm so fucking proud of her. Like, for real.
Great.
Oh my
100 fucking miles she did.
I know. That's awesome. That was really.
It was hotter than a turkey vulture's toe, and the sun was beating down, and Leanne was there with the sunscreen on.
I know. But she just kept going.
Oh my God. She was like painted up like the Energizer Bunny and just kept going. And I'd like say hi to her, and she was just like, yep, I'm gonna just this train is just a moving. She defined relentless forward progress.
She's
she
pretty
did.
awesome.
Yeah.
She's fucking awesome all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Love you, Leanne.
Way to go, Leanne.
Go, Laz.
Yep. Speaking of awesome, we've got Lenny. I mean, okay, Lenny's mom, but Lenny, right?
Lenny's mom. Lenny's mom's got it going on.
Lenny's mom has got it going on, but Lenny's got it going on. And he's really upset about the lack of second breakfast in the world for dogs. So
I heard that there's a little comparison of your bratty dogs and Lenny, right?
Oh yeah, they're both like, excuse me. Yeah, because when I was away this weekend, my little asshole tricked my family into feeding him twice for breakfast. Like, my husband would get up and feed him, go back to bed, and then he tricked my daughter into feeding him. So
nice.
Little shit.
Nice.
That's like, that's like junior tricks. I mean, grade school pranks.
Yeah, good stuff. Before we leave Lenny's mom, I want to thank her because she went out to the Sphere to see the Dead about, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, and gave me all kinds of pointers, like where was the best place to go, where the different merch you could get was. and everything. She went out there with her dad. And
Oh.
She's a lovely human being.
Don't take the brown acid.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That's helpful. That's helpful.
Yes.
You got to know that shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
how many
a good
people
human.
even know where that's from, Art? That's
I think Jimmy does. He's smiling and he knows.
Yeah,
but you never touch the brown
Isn't that what
acid.
made everybody have a bad trip at Woodstock?
Yes,
was
sir.
Woodstock.
Thank you very.
and they announced it.
Winner.
Like it's don't take the brown acid. It's not specifically too good or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So
And
yeah,
then everybody
Lenny's mom-
intentionally grabs the brown acid.
Yeah, I'm sure some people did. Like,
Yeah.
well, okay. First of all, get it cheaper. Second of all, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
But
Don't tell me what to do.
yeah.
Some
So
kid
I was out
dropped
in Vegas
Man.
following Lenny's mom's advice. It was 118 degrees out there, though, so it was quite warm.
Fuck that.
But we had an awesome time. It was really
Good
good.
temperature to run naked, Fred.
I know. And, it's funny you say that, Jimmy, because I hung around the hotel room naked the whole time. My wife was like, maybe you're just a nudist. And I'm like, it's just because it's too warm,
In the hotel?
He tried
Were you on the
recording
roof?
tonight naked. Do you not remember the
He
start
did.
of this?
That's true. I
So-
did come out naked. So
We
Yeah.
will
Love it.
post that
Love
picture
it.
to all the fans.
for $9.99.
We have it. So, cooling towels. Who knew?
So thank you, Lenny's mom. Appreciate it. That was great. Thank you.
All right. And now my Liz Vicious did her first 100K at
Nice.
Notchview. Yep.
Nice.
That
First
was-
100K. I'm very proud
bravo.
of her. Yeah. Yeah.
That
My
was-
baby. And I think she made me laugh. I almost cried laughing because she's vicious. It's hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
And I saw her fall too.
did she fall?
She did, but more importantly, she got up.
That makes sense.
She did. She fell. She fell right by the after the Adirondack shelter.
So what I'm hearing is you tripped her.
Pretty
Yes.
much, yeah.
Got it.
Or
Wait,
pretty
did she
much.
do it near Satan Tree?
Satan tripped her.
But was it at Satan Tree?
Pretty much, yes. The roots of it. It's conceivable.
So the
evil
roots were trying to get you and tripped her instead.
Correct. But I would not look Satan Tree in the eye, and I couldn't figure out whether that was good, bad, or just smart. Because you got to face up to him and stare down Satan, right?
Oh yeah,
But then-
we did. We
But
had
if
no
you
fear.
don't, if you don't look at him, it's he can't get you
You got to
unless
face
you
it.
let him in.
You say, get behind me, Satan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just let me win.
That's right. Yeah, let me cross the finish line here.
Or did I talk to him?
Then we'll renegotiate.
He was like,
that's a good
no,
mistake.
Celeste, not today. Not today, Celeste. No. All right, where were we? Oh, Machi Macho,
Hmm.
Mark W. Kelly.
The
Oh, yeah.
W is for winning.
Is it W for winning?
And
Or is it for
incorporated.
wanker?
Wanka. Ooh,
I forgot
a
about you,
wanker.
Celeste.
that's fire.
So, is he a goer?
You're a mean
know.
one, Miss Celeste.
Accurate.
You really
Mr.
are
Kelly.
fast.
Mr. Kelly, we're here to talk to you about this. What's the happenings with Jigger Johnson? You and
can
Mr. Johnson have been seen together during the wee hours of the morning. Anyway,
Oh,
What
God.
the fuck?
Okay.
I don't know. Jimmy, I don't fucking know. It's gotten better, though. That's all I can tell you.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, Art, this one's yours.
Oh my god.
Marty DeCow.
There we go.
Marty DeCow.
Yeah.
Oh, did I get that? Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, back
Matt
to you.
Nielsen.
Matt, go listen to Matt Nielsen's music.
Okay.
Schmielson.
Yeah. All right.
Michael KO.
The other KO.
KO. Michael Lepresti, who
Luke.
once again, I found out the only time Michael Lepresti swears it was when he trips and sprains an ankle.
Oh my God, he swore?
No, I asked him. I'm like,
Allegedly. Fred.
Allegedly. Yeah. Yeah. So,
He was
I
generous.
still don't believe you.
well, no, that's what he told me.
Oh.
Yeah, but what?
Don't believe Michael's lies.
Well, I'm going to try tripping him at hamster wheel and see what happens.
Remember what Art said about Michael? He's the worst kind of nice guy.
What did I say about him?
You said he's the worst kind of nice guy because he's an actual nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So bad, right?
He's not like me, like a fake nice guy. Like he's an actual nice.
So I gotta tell you. So
It makes us look bad, man.
Michael shows up and he has his socks alphabetized. He's got his outfits set. He's got all his different shoes for the different things and all this stuff. And then like I have no place to go because I forgot a fucking tent, even though there's a thunderstorm and severe weather warning coming out. And I'm like,
would you sign up the day before? What the fuck?
Hey man, I'm on the street, Is it all right if I crash with you? And he says, I don't know. Let me go ask my wife. When he comes back, I can tell right away that the answer is no. He says, I don't know.
Funny.
She kind of funny.
Yeah.
And now you're funny too.
Everybody funny.
Everybody
now
funny. Now you funny too.
Yeah. So Michael was nice enough to allow me to crash in his in the 10 by 10 pop-up, which meant that I put my table up there and then I stacked shit leaning up against it, which would periodically fall over. And
So
like I'd have like sandwiches with like 3 bites out of them, and then like bottles that I meant to take with me this loop that I forgot to, that keep building up. And there was shit all over the place. But
yeah, you're a hot mess.
he was a great roommate. But he was very, very nice to in all seriousness, it was good to talk to him and to watch him go at it. So he didn't get the day he wanted, but
he still kicked ass though.
I have serious advice for him if he wants to go over it, but he's been around, so he probably knows.
Yep.
All right, where are we? Oh, we're at Pom Pom Michelle O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
Microscopic Porcupine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Miles Victors.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy Gregory, who did his first 100K.
Awesome.
I know, I'm super proud.
100K.
Craig.
And did he do any miles without you?
Yeah. Because remember, I had to leave them, unfortunately, because their goal was 100K. And I mean, my original goal was 50 miles, but I wanted to see if I could get to 100 because of the week I've had, the month, year, whatever I've had. I didn't know if I'd get 100. So I had to go do some miles alone.
Mm.
But yes.
And then he had to read some smut alone, too.
And then I had to read smut alone. I'm like,
right.
Fuck you guys. Hang out in our tent. I'm out.
You should get something like Powered by Fairy Smut.
Yes. That would be awesome.
I need that shirt.
Okay. All right. We can make this happen. You just got to say, I tried Googling some of these images. And
no, they won't help you. No. I mean, you could get stickers that say like Fairy Smut stuff. But anyway, so Mommy Gregory, he kicked ass. I'm very, very proud of him.
Very nice.
And he was in good spirits too.
Yeah. Oh, he always is.
Yeah. No. Very consistent, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't he wasn't like swearing and throwing his hands up at the air and screaming at the sky. Like
he leaves that to us. We do it for him.
Yeah.
So yeah. I said to him at one point, I'm like, how much do you regret that first time when you agreed to come run with us? And he's like, not at all.
That's a deep question.
Poor thing. Anyway, Monkey Stuffer. She's amazing.
She's wonderful.
She's so great.
I miss her.
Name.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she can't go in my new van either, though. I'm sorry.
Monkey Stuffer can't go in the new van.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't even try it. Just saying.
There's some kind of rule.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't let anyone in my car. So fair. Nat Zilski.
Mm-hmm. Got none of them.
None of them. Zilski. Nicole Cash and Carey.
He can snowshoe, but we're not going to let the fucker ski.
You're an idiot.
Ski, yeah. Okay.
All right. Nicole Cash and Carey.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Ko. He's doing the Vermont 100 this weekend. So
awesome.
Go kick ass.
Oh, hell's yeah. He's going to run very fast, I bet.
Oh, of course he is. He's fucking Peter Ko.
I can't find an entrance list anywhere. I looked for like a half hour. I kind of gave up slowly because I started looking at fairy porn again. So
You're welcome. Oh.
Split screens.
Looking at some screwdriver porn later. That's great. I don't know how that came up on my fucking feed.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh
Please.
my God.
Oh
Is
no.
that-
Flashbacks.
what is this?
Please don't.
What is this? Is that a thing?
No.
I don't know.
Art,
I'm just making that up.
don't. Art,
What?
please
It
don't.
was like the first thing that came into my mind. I was like,
Hold,
Don't,
oh, so
Art,
if you
don't.
can say it, it's a porn thing. So
Don't- Yes.
Yeah, it's
Do
all-
not look
there's
it up,
porn in
Art. Please. I'm telling you, do not look it up.
huh.
Don't.
I thought it was just going to be a bunch of pictures of
can't
like
unsee
DeWalt's and
things.
stuff. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like
oh, sure.
pictures
And
of
like
really hot DeWalt's.
this
And,
sounds like my parents when I was a kid growing up, like, oh, watch out, guys, gasoline is flammable, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, I'm telling you this. If you don't take my advice and you Google that shit, it's on you. Don't come crying to me. You've been
Okay.
warned. And that's
Here we
coming
go.
from me. I'm warning you.
Okay. All right. That's I'll all right.
Yeah.
I'll put it in escrow.
Yeah. Powered by Pop Tarts.
Uh-huh.
Right. Rob.
Okay, wait. This is Prairie's Cocoa Panties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's one of the boys. That's like Oak or somebody.
It's fucking
Reference to
awesome, is
Prairie.
what it is.
Mhm.
Reference to Prairie. Yeah.
Yeah. Our Rebecca Gonzalez Kreisberg.
7/10 of her support goes unseen.
I know.
Because below the surface.
But I did some laps with her
Yeah.
this weekend. Yeah.
Yep. I saw her post, so congratulations.
Yep. Richard runs trails on YouTube, finishes Traveler 100.
Hmm.
Nice.
Rob the Jackass Bear Breckenridge.
Yeah. he was running for a special cause this week. He was running to bring awareness to chafage.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
and he was checking in with everybody, asking how their taints were,
Oh,
which was pretty good.
He gave us a new scale to rate everything on, either chub or no chub. So, like, he's like, I just don't want to hit 200 this year. I checked and it was a no chub.
And then he would come up with his sheet sticks as I was walking, and he would kind of like hold it up like he was sizing up a putt behind me, and he would kind of judge how much of a lean I had going. Because
Nice.
I had
Awesome.
a serious lean by the end of this shenanigans here.
He was singing for me every loop, but that's beside the point. Anyway, okay. Ron Lacandro,
Ron Lacandro.
come on down. Ross, ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Rufus and Brenda Chafee, Fort and Chafee, chocolatey chicken.
So we need to take an audible time out here. So a couple things. First of all, congratulations. I think Brenda's had a child, right?
oh, cool.
Did she?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Excuse me. So I was fortunate enough to see her at the race at 2:00 in the morning on Friday. She was working an aid station. The bad news was that it was not her. I thought it was her.
Wow.
It was actually Elena Moss, who I walked up to at the aid station. I said, "Hey, congratulations, you had a baby."
Oh, God. That's
And
great.
she's like, no, the fuck, I did not.
And she's
I
like,
certainly did
"What?" And she's like, "No, I didn't. I didn't." And I said,
Fucking love
"I
her.
would think you did." Surely you're mistaken.
Surely you're
And I
lying.
I mean,
said-
Art knows
I
what
said,
is coming out of your vagina more than you
Then I
do.
said-
So,
I said, "Isn't your name?" And because she said, she called me by name, and I, of course, thought for some reason that it was Brenda. So no,
I've known her
Elena, so-
like my entire life. We went to school together. We grew up
Elena,
together.
you do, or
Yeah.
oh, maybe I did know that.
Yeah, Alana. Yeah, yeah.
Alana, sorry.
Yeah, Alana. Yeah.
I
Yep, I
mispronounced
graduated with
names.
her
People
brother.
sue me.
We know. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, very
She was
cool.
a year younger than me. I was in the same age as her brother. She's great.
Okay.
Great people.
Yeah, she was very nice to help out there, and was very so what I did was I just left that aid station, went and did another lap, and then I came back and I said, "Alana, when'd you get here?" And I played it off like it wasn't me before. So
Oh, you probably totally had her fooled. Or
that's right. Completely.
Totally. Yeah. All right, who's taking over for me?
Jimmy.
All right. Run the Whites at midnight.
On the Oasis.
Rusty Red Wagon.
Noise.
Samuel Dibdall.
Okay, we might have tortured that poor man at Hamster Wheel. I think he's broken.
Not at Hamster. At
Notchview. Notchview. No, he's broken.
What happened? Spill some tea.
She sexually harassed him verbally.
We did. We totally sexually harassed him. So we told him at Hamster Wheel. First of all, we got him. He's going to be reading Akatar with Fairy Smut. So we're like, at Hamster Wheel, he has to run with fairy wings. And no shirt. And he was behind my tent. So every time he'd go behind my tent, I'm like, Sam likes going from behind.
Oh my God.
And then I didn't.
You're making Notchview sounds like a sex party. What the fuck? Like,
I told you to come, Jimmy, and you didn't.
I'm sad I didn't go now.
You chose Jersey Shore. What do you want from me?
She told you to come, but you were already there.
Yeah,
exactly. Sign up for Hamster Wheel.
That's right.
Yep.
Sandy Barbells, right?
Yeah, she also kicked ass.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Best librarian.
Got to share some miles with her and hang out, which was cool.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Who's going? Jimmy?
Sarah Porras? Suing and crewing?
Mm-hmm.
Scott Johnson?
Big Scott Johnson.
Scott Johnson.
And he also had Hojo there.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice every single person's like, oh, Howard's so amazing. Oh, yeah, it was nice to see you too, Scott.
And his wife, Alex, right?
No.
Fuck. What's her name?
Art, you're terrible at this game.
I am. I'm really bad.
I think so.
It's not being
like,
recorded.
Oh, hey, you having babies? It's like a 7-year-old video. Like, what's up? You having a baby? Jesus.
You look like you're pregnant.
Wait, no. Is it Alex married to Mark?
The worst.
I don't know.
Simon Cornelius Edgett. I'm trying to save you here.
We're
going to
just thank you. Oh, look at that.
Yay, Simon T.
Simon Cornelius Edgett. Sco Buffs.
Go Buffs, Colorado.
Shit. Slurpee Runner.
Yep, 7-Eleven.
Hells yeah. Eric, my man Eric just did a Slurpee Ultra up in Northampton.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. He's a high quality human.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Steve Endurance. And Brian's putting races on at Sleeping Giant this year.
Oh yeah, he's doing 2 races in Sleeping Giant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm
really
psyched for him. Hells yeah. A hill climb and another race, a 25K, I think, or with the 25K loop.
And that one's not a hill climb?
I think it's like a double loop of like that loop that you run, probably, right?
Oh, I think it's more than that because I think it ends up being it's a 25K. So I think the loop we do is like a 10K loop.
So is it a no drop race?
I would assume so. I would assume. I wonder if he's going to be putting ropes like Macedonia.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what the course looks like.
Huh.
But stay tuned, kids. Breaking news. Steven Estremera and the Conquer the World dudes.
Yep.
Go do their races.
Extrema.
Ty.
Getting it done.
Yep.
10 junk miles. Get some while supplies last.
That's right.
Yep.
It's almost time for the Badger. 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Nice.
I think Oaks can Badger. Is it sold out? No, it's not sold out. There's no sellout, right?
No, there's no sellout. But I think Oaks going there for the 5th time. I think he's run all of them. So
listen, if anybody's listening to this and you want it, I'm not gonna say it's an easy 100 because it's gonna be hot and humid and Wisconsin smells awful. That's my biggest takeaway. No.
It's gonna be like almost 100 miles, but it's doable. Very doable.
Running by those far, it's so doable. It's 36-hour cutoff. You could walk most of it. I'm pretty sure.
And I ran it under protest.
You ran it under Desitin, basically.
Yes. I didn't have enough Desitin, in my opinion.
I think
I just want someone to go back there and find all 6,000 of my Hershey squirts along that canal trail.
Oh my God.
No, Jimmy, there's a new invasive species there. It's a dung beetle.
Yeah, right?
Taking over.
This is why you're not supposed to bring fruit in from out of state, right? Before I got on that plane back in Connecticut, guys, I ate so much fruit, and I bet a lot of it had fucking crab eggs and shit in it. So,
I mean, you're like the Johnny Appleseed of Wisconsin.
along the Wisconsin-Illinois border.
Yep.
No, but seriously, Badger is like one of the funnest races I've ever done. I think people should go do it.
Yes. Great.
It's good.
Here. So say we all.
So sign up for that if you want to do 100 summer 100. The Blue Hills contingent.
Contagion.
The Lazarus crew. Tom the Destroyer Staradai. Tony D. My dude, Tony D. Damasio, quality human. Ultra Walker.
I've not talked to him. Give me a call.
Gamer.
Give me a call, Ultra Walker.
Andy Cable. Call your friend Fred Marolo.
Yeah, we got to do some more walk.
He's up at the information booth.
Yeah.
Call him. Call him now.
I told him with the brown acid. I'm like, I need help.
He's stuck. Fred's stuck up in the northeast corner. I need you to walk him to the southwest corner.
There you go.
He had a bad tart.
Walt Hamer.
Voltometer.
I am
William
Armenhammer.
Keep Running Bro on YouTube Horror. One of the best humans ever.
Awesome.
And
singers.
And I'm just going to say Mike Cook. I don't know. I love that he got his name at the end here, but he's not just this guy. He's actually Mike Cook.
He's actually Mike Cook.
Dessington does go in the rear, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. That concludes our regularly scheduled podcast.
It does. So
subscribe to our Patreon if you want the bonus footage at the end here when we talk shit on everyone in Connecticut.
Yeah. That was pretty good. Pretty good shit. And you get to see Fred naked. So
we've already seen that.
I would do that. That's worth $9.99 right there, folks. You're getting a fucking deal. Okay.
That's right.
That's why I'm still donating.
Is that what they call it?
Is that how will we Google that? Tort reform porn?
That's great.
Oh, it's out there. It's got to be out there.
I know like nothing about the law at all.
I'm sure there's all kinds of lawyer. God almighty.
Oh, yeah.
Judge porn, lawyer porn.
Witness under duress, plaintiff under duress. It's all kinds of shit on there.
Under the dress, right. Yeah.
What are you looking for? What do you need?
Yeah, habeas corpus.
Oh my god.
That's right. You have to tell me what dead thing this is before you make me eat it. So.
Oh god. I got tears, guys.
Explicit and raw, like the trails we run on. Did we say that at the beginning? Did we ever do the disclaimer?
We do. Yes, it says, but don't listen with your kids.
Oh, that's right. Your son recorded it. Super
fancy. It's effing explicit and raw.
Fin raw.
Yeah, so I do want to point that out. Some people may think, that's my son who did the music and does the whole thing. He did everything except for the monkey.
And for $9.99, we'll have him call you in that voice and wish you a happy birthday.
He will fucking do any. Yeah, fuck. For any new Patreons and old Patreons, we'll throw you into the thing. We will take somebody at random and we will have him. You can put him on your answering machine.
Do people have answering machines?
Wait, don't tell me.
I don't think so.
It's like, wait, don't tell me. No, well, he can do an intro to your fucking podcast and you can get your own goddamn show, okay?
There you go.
Yeah.
No,
you probably already have a podcast. Be honest, right? Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Your life is a podcast, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, guys. That was a lot of fun. And we got some great episodes coming up too, allegedly. We got some people that we met at Notchview that we're going to be talking to in the next.
Oh, and I got so much shit to talk about these people. Oh, yeah. It's going to be epic.
So we're going to hopefully have like a show where a whole shit ton of people are coming on and we're going to keep it moving, keep it light and keep it real, man.
And keep $9.99 for pictures of their feet.
Yes. Listen.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. Jimmy's
plus my bail money when I show you these feet and I get arrested for it because they're gross.
Throw them up right now. Let's put them on the fan page.
You do not want to see them. I swear to you.
You know who does? gelato.
Oh,
That's right. I
that-
forgot that. She loves
that's
that
just
shit.
He
mean.
loves feet. Send her feet pics. Everyone, if you can, remember to send Kate feet pics coming up in the
Yeah.
next 2-3 weeks.
She
needs a
needs
lot of
those.
them.
That's her make-a-wish. So, you know,
Oh man.
boy. Guys, as we're closing down tonight, I do want to, we've had a really good time tonight, had a really good time this weekend. We did receive some really sad news this weekend too. Good friend Clint Morse, who is with Schnipsit Striders. He was just, if you knew him, he was just a wonderful person. A great runner, a guy who could talk to you about the details of things. He showed me how he holds a buff around his wrist to wipe the sweat from his eyes, a special wrap that he had to do that, how he modified his glasses to be able to look down and read his map so that he would have to look, instead of having to look over the top of it, he kind of set up his glasses to do that. He had his truck all tricked out. He was involved with botany over at UConn before retiring, and then was involved with, was a major player in, certainly in Connecticut and the rest of the country, in orienteering. So if you ever wanted to talk to maps and how to navigate things, he was the guy. I had somebody who won Barclays, the Barclay Classic, and had entry into Barclays, but didn't know anything about orienteering. So I reached out to him and put him in touch with Clint, because of all the people that I knew on the planet, he was the guy who could find, he's not going to get lost. He's the guy who can read a map and tell you how to get your shit together. So he was, 62 years old with, a wife and kids. So our condolences go out to the trail community. Lots of us loved him and ran with him. He was part of our community. I have a pair of shoes that he gave me that I run with. I almost brought them with me to the race this weekend, and I didn't. But I still have these Innovates with the spikes in them that he gave me just because he got the wrong size. So, but he passed those on to me, and he was a lot of fun to run with, and he'll be missed. So, for everybody out there, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm sorry for my loss too. So, I think I don't know. I think maybe on that we will end it on that. And thank you everybody for listening. Of course, I'm gonna just get this here. If you made it this far, seek professional help, and we'll see you all in a mile.
Mile and a half.
All right. Okay. There we go.
And we're clear.
And we are clear.
And we're clear.
I forgot to tell you. Well, I forgot to tell you guys, but at the beginning,